Hi, this is Gore. I have with me here a year 2016 Perodua MyVI 1.3 Standard G. This car is made available to me by Gold Car Malaysia. So in this video, we're going to see what this car is all about. This car was launched on the January of 2015, and at that time there were 4 variants available. The 1.3 Standard G like this, and then the 1.3 Premium X like one of my earlier videos, the one where I have split into 2 parts. And then after that is a 1.5. The 1.5 gets a little bit different appearance. 1.5 comes with SE and also AV. At the time, AV was called Advanced Edition. The badge says Advanced at the back. So this car is the baseline model. So the baseline model actually comes with 2 forms of transmission, a 5-speed manual and a 4-speed automatic. This car comes with a key access like this. So there is a key with the remote transpond with a alarm remote like this. The red button locks and unlocks the car. So the car is locked, so pressing the red button doesn't give any feedback. Then pressing the black button once, it only unlocks the car. The turn signal blink 2 times, only unlock the driver door. So driver door open. However, the rest of the door remains locked. The tailgate remains locked as well. To open the rest of the door, press the black button a second time. Pressing a second time unlocks all the doors. This one remains unlocked, and then you can open the tailgate as well. Right, then pressing the red button locks the car. Okay, so there is a mechanism to where we can actually make the car sound its horn or does not blink the turn signal to indicate lock and unlock position. We'll cover that later in this video. Okay, there is a feature with the lock itself. So if you unlock the car, okay, and then you do nothing with the car for about 30 seconds, the car will relock itself back. So 15. So let's wait. It's about 10 seconds already. It's about 20 seconds. Alright, there the car locks itself back. Okay, so let's open up this car and see the inside of the car itself. So alright, unlock. Okay, to look at the engine compartment, there is a lever located underneath here. Okay, pull this lever to release the engine, release the hood to open the engine compartment. After that, locate the Perodua badge and then put your hand underneath the hood just above the Perodua badge and release the latch. And once you release it, then there's a support bar over there. You need to take the support bar and insert it into one of this groove over here. Okay, with the support bar securely supporting the hood, this we can now look at the engine compartment. So this engine is actually Daihatsu's K3VE engine, twin cam 16 valve engine. Alright, so this car actually comes with a 4-speed automatic transmission. So to start, this is the brake fluid reservoir. This is the engine oil filler port, and down here is a washer fluid reservoir. Then underneath there, that red loop, there's a dipstick for you to check your automatic transmission fluid. And then this yellow one down here is a dipstick for you to check the engine oil level. The main radiator is down here, so this one do not open when it's hot. And then instead, if you need to fill up the radiator and fill it up through the reserve tank over here. And then this is the opening for you to check the aircon, the air conditioning health. Then this is the battery compartment, and then there's where one of the 2 relay and fuse box down there. This car being the standard edition, standard G edition, it does not come with ABS, so hence there's no ABS pump located behind the battery itself. Then the headlights, The headlights use reflector headlight. So up there is your front turn signal. Front turn signal comes with a T20 bulb in there. This bulb is the main head beam. So the main head beam actually comes with a H4, which is also double as the main head beam and the high beam. Then for position lamp, there is a T10 bulb located in there. On this car, there are no front parking sensors, though they have this little cover over here. So this is a dummy front parking sensor. The front parking sensors are only available on the Premium X and above only. This car also does not equip with front fog lamp, so only the Premium X and above comes with fog lamp. Okay, let's close up the engine and look at the inside of the car. This car comes with a 14-inch rim shot with 175/65 R14 tires. There's a disc brake in the front. There is a turn signal on the side mirrors. Okay, and this car does not come with the electric fold-in side mirror. So if you need to fold in the side mirror, you have to use the hand and do it that way. Although the side mirrors are actually electrically adjustable. The door handles is body colored. And then this is the back, the rear view. The rear view you use the same tire size like the front, except that this one comes with a drum brake. Okay, at the back there is the series of LED tail lamps down here. So this lamp actually acts as a tail lamp and also the brake lights. Then down here there is a T20 turn signal, and then down here is a reverse lamp. The reverse lamp is powered by a T15 bulb. Then there is these are the few remaining cars that actually come with a G badge for the back for Perodua MyVI itself. Then up here there is a third brake light. This third brake light actually is inside equipped with a T15 bulb in there. It's very hard to see because of the reflection itself. Okay, so this car do come with reverse sensor at the back. Okay, let's look at the inside of the car and continue from there. Right, so if you open up, this is the door panel. Then you have the door opening and closing latch. Then this is the lock and unlock button. So once you lock, all the doors will lock. And then if you unlock from the driver door, the rest of the door unlocks. Okay, so this is the door handle for you to grip to open and close the door. There are no silver painted parts down here like its higher end sibling. And then this part here is also not silver painted. So you get power window control. This is the lock button. And then these are all the power window control down there. Then you have a pocket. And then down there is a bottle holder. Okay, down here you have the lever to adjust the seat back. So push it up to adjust the seat back. And then this one is to adjust the seat height. So push it down like this to reduce the height of the seat. And then pull it up like that to increase the height of the seat. And then there's a bar underneath here to adjust the seat position. Then down here you have a cup holder, just like Perodua MyVI icons of higher range. You have a mirror control down here, and then down here is a card holder. Some people say they can put their smart tag in there and it's still able to hold. So I don't have smart tag, so I wouldn't know whether it would fit. But there's a card holder down there. Okay, this car comes with a key access, so insert the key over here and then turn and then start up the car. Okay, when you start up the car, there is an indication for EPS, electric power steering, and then there's also airbag. So this car actually do come with two SRS airbag. So the SRS airbag is located in the slot over there. So in case anything happens, the cover will flip open and then the airbag would deploy. And then on the driver itself, the SRS airbag is here. So that means this part will open up and then the airbag to deploy from there. So unlike its predecessors, the airbags is actually flush fitted into the dashboard itself. Okay, so on the door itself, there is power window switch down here. The power window switch lights up when you turn on the car itself. So on the driver door, this electric window opens on the one touch like this, but however when it's in up moving, you have to actually hold the switch up, so it's not a one touch operation down only. And these are all the other door, the other mirrors down here. So for the passenger side, it is not a one touch operation. You have to hold the switch up, or you have to hold the switch down to open the window and pull the switch up to close the window itself. There is a lock button down here. Pressing this button locks the window, so only the driver is able to operate the window. However, the passenger switches, okay, nothing works. Okay, lock. Even if you try on the passenger door, locked. Right, next one, window control, side mirror control. This car only allows you to adjust the position of the side mirror electronically. So push this one up to adjust the left mirror, which is that one over there, and then if you switch it down like this, is the right mirror is this one over here. So you can adjust the mirror left, right, up and down. Similarly to the left mirror, you can adjust it to the right, to the left, up and down. However, if you switch it and put it in the middle like this, this means lock position, no mirror can be adjusted. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, I have already locked the mirror in the middle. Let's try this one. Lock. And then let's see the other one. Yeah, it's locked. So middle is the lock position. So this one is a simple mirror only. So I adjust left, right, and left, right, up and down, and then select the mirror to adjust. So to fold in your side mirror, you, as I said, you have to open up the window and fold it in like this. Okay, so you can see the side mirror with the turn signal on like this. Alright, and then to open back, just use your hand to do it manually. Okay, you get the main blower over here. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 over there. If you look at this car, you will tell me that there seem to be a lot of black or dark gray pieces. Yes, correct. The 1.3 standard G does not even get the silver painted part above here, not like his Premium X variants. Yeah, I know Premium X, this part is painted silver, and then the 1.5 they also have this part painted in silver, but this is standard G edition, so this is unpainted, this is unpainted, and there are also no chrome rims in this what they call it, the blower itself. Okay, so in the middle you get your meter cluster. So the meter cluster will only light up if you turn on the position lamp. It's daytime, so it's a bit difficult to see the lamp itself. However, if you turn on the lamps, you'll notice that the center part, which is the multi-info display, it will dim off a little bit. Okay, you have a tachometer, you have your warning lights down here, all the way down here, warning lights, and then this is the 2 turn signal down there. And then you have your speedometer, you have your multi-info display, and then on the right hand side you have your thermometer. The fuel gauge is located on the on this multi-info display down here. So currently I have only 2 bars of fuel, so the range is 85 km as shown by the multi-info display. There are 2 knobs on the multi-info display. The right hand side knob controls the bottom part, okay, and then the left hand side the button lever actually adjusts the top part of the multi-info display. So let's try the left hand side one first. So left hand side, press 1 time, it shows the range. The range cannot be erased, the range will be there all the time. Pressing it once, this is average fuel consumption, so according to the meter itself, it is 11.2 km per liter. And then if you want to reset it to get a fresh count, just push the lever and hold it down, and then the reading has been erased. Then you get a new set of reading after driving about 4 to 5 kilometers. Okay, let's come back to this afterwards. So the right hand side lever actually adjusts the lower range, the lower part of the multi-info display. Okay, let's start at here, odometer. So I think most people will leave the car at odometer to get the reading. Then odometer, you know, cannot be reset. Then you have trip A, press one time, get trip A, and then press another time, we get trip B. So you have two trip counters on this car. To reset either one of them for a fresh count, select the trip meter that you want to reset, and then push down and hold down the lever. Then it will reset to 0. Then you can begin a fresh count from here. On my car, I set trip A for what they call it, for the distance travel in between the service. That means after each car service, I reset it, and then for B, I will reset it after each time I refuel. Okay, so each time I refuel, reset the B. Pressing one more time, this one shows the what they call it, the countdown timer to the servicing. So accordingly, this car has only 3,782 kilometers to travel before the service is due. So when this counter reaches 0, you get the range, or in the local, or in Bahasa Malaysia, they call it as spana. You get the spana or the range icon showing up on the display. The headlights are off, so you get one item less. Now I've turned on the headlamp. Turn on the position lamp. If you look down here, position lamp already on. I get one more display, which is the meter illumination. Meter illumination is shown by these bars down here. So pressing it and holding down, it will cycle the illumination between minimum like this, and then maximum display. So maximum brightness is shown by 6 sets of bars. Okay, if you count the lower one, 6 sets lah. If you count the number of rows, there are 3 rows down here. Alright, so that indicates the maximum brightness. So this one you can only see when you're in the dark, but then I'm in broad daylight, so a bit difficult to look at that. Okay, so that concludes the meter illumination, the meter cluster. Then on this car, unlike its higher end, higher range siblings, this car does not come with the silver painted part down here. Neither did it come with the steering wheel control. The steering is urethane. This being the only car in this range that actually, not only car, the only variant in this range that actually comes with urethane steering wheel. However, the steering wheel is tilt adjustable, so release this down, okay, and then the steering wheel is tilt adjustable, just a short distance. So if you see from the front, this is the tilt adjustable part. Okay, then after that, lock it in, push it this way all the way up to lock the steering in position. It is best you lock the steering once you have reached the desirable height, because we don't want the steering wheel to suddenly drop down when you drive due to unanchored securely. Okay, on the right stalk you get the light control, so turn signal and controls. So there's only one knob at the end of the lever, so this one actually turns off the light, turns on the position lamp, and this one turns on the main beam. To get high beam, push this lever back, so high beam activated, and then pull it back to turn off the high beam. To flash, even if the lights are off, just pull the lever towards you, it will activate the high beam for flashing. So it's very simple control. And on the left stalk, there is the wiper control. So the stalk actually controls the front wiper. The knob at the end controls the rear wiper. Okay, so let me lift up the wipers so that it does not damage the screen. Alright, I have lifted up the wiper so that it doesn't damage the screen. Okay, so just like every other Perodua car, so if you push the wiper upwards, if you push the stalk upwards like this, the front wiper sweeps one time. So this function is actually to clear the screen of any water residue, maybe after a rain, or if the rain is not heavy enough to use intermittent, then you can just wipe the screen by doing it this way. Pushing it down one time, actually intermittent. This car has a fixed intermittent wiper. That means fixed timing intermittent timing. So yeah, that's it. So let me see. Let me see how many seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. About 3 seconds lah. Between 3 and 4, about 3 seconds. Okay, push it down one more time. This is normal speed, and then push another time is high speed. High speed I can't use too often because later the wiper can slam onto the screen itself. Okay, to flash what they call it, to activate the washer, just pull the lever towards you. Okay, so water splash onto the screen itself. Then to activate the rear wiper is only an on-off feature. So turn it on this way, rear wiper comes on. The rear wiper has an on-off feature only. That means there's only on and off. Okay, now to activate the rear washer, if the wiper is off, twist it this way. Okay, alright, and then if the wiper is on, you can activate the washer by doing it this way. Okay, you can see the wiper, the water coming down from the screen. Alright, so that covers the stock on the left and also on the right hand side. Sorry, the stock on the left and the right hand side of the steering itself. On the center console, you get a player. So this player actually plays CD and radio as according to the 2015 and 2016 brochure for this car. So there is no USB port, also neither does it have any opening for the microphone. A little bit down, you have your hazard light. Okay, hazard light switch. There's some storage down here. Then this is the knob to adjust the different modes of air conditioning. So this is main blower. So main blower is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then you will turn it this way, stop it down here. So this one is main blower and the floor blower. The floor blower comes out from down there and somewhere down there. Then this one, this mode only floor blower, and then if you turn it this way, this is floor and front demister. Front demister, actually the air conditioning blows out from over there, that opening there and that opening over there. And then turn it all the way, this is only for front demister only. Okay, let's put it back to here. This one turns on and turns off the air conditioning. So to do that, the blower must be activated. Okay, activate the blower, then air conditioning off. The blower actually has 4 speeds, so 1 until maximum. Okay, 0 is off. Okay, let's put it this way. Okay, you can hear the blower on the microphone itself. Okay, I put it to number 2, and then air conditioning off. That means it blows out hot air, just like a fan. Alright. Then if you press this button, you can hear the aircon compressor coming online. Okay, aircon compressor has come online, and then now you can still hear the blower through the microphone, but then now it's coming out cold air. Okay, then the lever, the knob in the middle, this one adjusts the temperature. So the more to this side, the less cool it becomes. And then the more to this side, the cooler it gets. This one activates the rear demister. And then back down here, just now I show you that this is actually the fan speed. This knob down here adjusts between fresh air and recirculation. So put it this way to take in fresh air from the outside. This is useful when you travel on the expressway. After a long distance, you might want to occasionally turn to fresh air so that you can take in air from the outside to replenish the oxygen on the inside of the car. And then keep it this way to get recirculation air if you are driving in the city, to avoid taking any dust, smoke or any other unpleasant smell from any other vehicle out there. So city driving, this side. Expressway driving, leave it this side if possible, and then occasionally turn this way to take in fresh air. Continue from here. If you look a little bit under here, you will see that there is a power outlet down here. So in the old days, this is called the cigarette lighter, but since Perodua cars are not equipped with cigarette lighter, so this is actually known as the power source. It's rated at 12 volt, maximum 120 watt. Then a little bit to this side, this is the gear shift lever, and then there's a shift lock button. On 1.3G, 1.3 standard G with manual transmission, they get the storage box down here, and then the transmission is floor shifter down here for manual transmission. This being the automatic transmission, so the gear selector is on the dashboard, so you get the storage down there instead. Alright, so put your foot on the brake to change the gear to any desired gear itself. This car comes with a reverse sensor. The reverse sensor will beep once if you engage reverse gear itself. Okay, now the shift lock. For, let's say for example, your car engine cannot be started. Okay, car engine cannot be started. Okay, then you need to shift the transmission so that people can push your car out of harm's way. Okay, so if you put the foot on the brake like this, no amount of force can release the what they call it, the gear shift from parking. You need to move your car, so you have to shift the gear out of parking to allow others to push your car out of harm's way. So one way is to use the shift release button. It's going to be quite difficult to use with one hand, so with one hand I push the button, and then the other hand I just press and release the transmission away from parking. So I've done that, and then I can now shift the transmission to neutral so that people can help me to push my car out of harm's way in case I couldn't start the car, or maybe my car blocking the road, engine couldn't start to get to move out of harm's way. Yeah, that's what the shift lock does. Okay, press the shift lock and then shift the transmission out of P. So once the transmission goes out of P, you can then use this button here to change the gear to other range. So that's what the function of that one is. So on any whether it's manual or automatic or any other Perodua MyVI variants, you get two bottle holder down here, and then for automatic versions there is a storage down here, and then a little bit to the back down here, this is the gear, this is the handbrake lever, and then at the back there is two bottle holder for the rear passenger. Okay, that covers the center console. Then down here you have your glove box. It's quite a huge glove box. Then on the passenger door there is a button to lock and unlock the door, button to the lever to open the door handle to close it, and then this one down here is your power window, but only for this door only. Then there's a door pocket down there, and then you also have the bottle holder down there itself. Okay, this is the sunshade. So on the passenger sunshade, they get the vanity mirror with a lid like this. Okay, then down here you have your map reading lamp for the passenger, map reading lamp for the driver. And then this one here adjusts the interior lamp. So interior lamp I set to middle. This is off, permanently off. That means if you open the door, okay, it doesn't light up. Push it this way is for door mode. Door mode, that means if the door gets open like this, it lights up, then the light goes off after that. Alright, now if I turn off the car, okay, if I turn off the car, open the door, yeah, it lights up. Alright, so when you close the door with the engine not running, the light stays on for a while unless you lock the car. So when you lock the car, the light goes off. And then when you unlock the car, the light comes on momentarily to light up the inside of the car before entering. So this is the door mode. And then if you switch this way, this is permanently on. That means whether the door open, the door closed, the light lights up. So be very careful if you leave the lights here. Don't leave it too long, it might wear off your car battery. Okay, let's put it back to door mode. Okay, on the driver side, they have got a sunshade like this. So the sunshade do come with a vanity mirror, and then this one here comes. This one is your card, your slot for you to slide in any like touch and go card or anything that you want to keep behind the sunshade. Okay, the sunshade can be removed and then turn this way for you to block the sun from the side. Similarly to the one on the passenger side. Passenger side also you can remove and then cover the sun if it comes from that direction. Alright, so close it up this way. Right, we have completed the front part of the car itself. Other things that I want to show you is when get the steering wheel in position. Alright, when you turn off and then the car, but then you just open the door, the driver door, there is a buzzer to remind you to remove the key from the key cylinder. Similarly, if you have entered the car but you didn't close the driver door, then if you insert the key into the key cylinder, the beeper is always there. If your headlights remain on, okay, you forget to turn off your headlights, so it's like this position. Alright, so you get a buzzer. The buzzer will go off only when you turn off your head beams. But if your doors are closed, of course the buzzer won't sound. The buzzer will sound when you open the door, reminding you to turn off the head beam. So actually this buzzer actually helps you to remind you to remove the key, turn off the lights, so that you don't get a flat battery if you forget to turn off your headlights and things like that. The back door, you have got the lock and unlock. You got the lever to open the door, and you got the holder down here to close the door with, and then the power window switch. Then there's a speaker at the door itself. The front door does not have a speaker. The front door speakers are actually located over there, just behind the behind the blower. And similarly to that side, that's where the front speaker is located. Okay, so I've adjusted the seat to my height. I am 178 centimeters tall, so I do get space. I do get a lot of space between my knee and the seat in front. It's actually quite a lot of space. I get about the space between the thumb and this little finger from the top of my head to the headliner itself. So I get ample leg room. And then if you look down here, Perodua MyVIs do get very ample leg room in the rear. Then down here you have your shopping hook. The shopping hook is weighted at 3 kilograms, so push it this way to open the shopping hook, and then you can hang something down here for 3 kilograms. Similarly, the standard G also get another one more on the side of the car itself, and it's also similar kind of hook. Then down here there is a there is a anti-snatch hook for people who have a bag that they are reluctant to leave on the front seat because of they are afraid that if they stop in the traffic light, somebody were to drive by and then ride by, saw the bag, smash the windscreen, grabs the bag and go away. So to prevent against that, this switch is given on even the standard G variant. The rate here says 3 kilogram. So to utilize this anti-snatch hook, press the button and then lift the cover up, and then after that slot the handbag or whatever strap at the back into here and lock. And then once locked, it's very difficult to get it out. And because it's in the middle, it's down here, it's near impossible to reach from that window or from this window itself, because it's located here. And furthermore, the strap is actually goes in between here, so it's very difficult to get it out. To release the hook, just press the button, pull it out. So this being the, I think is Perodua Axia 2014 car was the first one to have this, and then Perodua MyVI finally gets this one down here. For cars released at about, I think, 2014 for Perodua Axia, and also this version of the Perodua MyVI, there's only one seat pocket for the driver side. The passenger side don't get a seat pocket because the passenger side actually has a tissue box holder. So unzip this one, and then there is an opening in there for you to put the tissue box. So tissue box goes in there, and then the tissue can comes out from the opening down here where my fingers are. So this is the tissue box holder. So this one you need to get those with what, maximum 50 pieces, the tin box to go in there. So the front driver can just reach over into here, pulls out a tissue, and use it for any number of reason that the person wants it. Okay, so that's the tissue box holder. So this feature actually, unfortunately, this feature actually ends with this car. So when this variant of Perodua MyVI has been discontinued, unfortunately that one also discontinued. Alright, so let's look at the seat. The back seat on this Perodua MyVI can be split foldable. So there is a 60% side which is on that side, and the 40% on that side. So first, to lower down the seat, you have to release the bottom part, which is this lever down here. Put your hand underneath here, lift it up and lower it like this, and then after that, just locate this lever, lift it up, and then fold the seat down this way. The seat folds flat against the back of the car. Now let's get the other side folded down too. To fold on this side, similarly lift it up. So it's now fully folded down. And then similarly this side you have the lever to lift it up and then fold down both ends. The seat folds flat against the back of the car, leaving a little gradient like this, but it's still considered fold flat. Okay, to return the seat to its original position, let's check out a few things first. This is where the lever that we lift up to release the seat. There are two positions, position 1, position 2. So you need to identify which one you want to anchor the seat to. And then the next thing is there is a clip down here. You need to make sure that the seat belts are anchored between the clip. The rear buckle of the seat belt must be put it up here, and then the seat belt need to go into this slot down here, and this one needs to be up there. So this is to prevent the seat belt getting trapped between this pin and the lever and the loop and the groove down here. So first step, lift it up and then slam it in like this. This is method number 1. Then method number 2. Okay, again you need to check whether the seat belt buckle is located correctly. So up here, belt in the clip. Then when you lift up, method number 2 is before you anchor the seat, you lift it up and then anchor. Now method number 2 is like this, method number 1 is like that. So if you put the camera this way, you notice that method number 1, the seat is slightly straighter, and the straighter slightly more vertical compared to this part here. So this is how it looks like from the back of the car with the tailgate open. So this indicates that Perodua MyVI seats can be, when you return them to the original position, they can be returned in this position or this position. So this position is number 1 slot, this one is on number 2 slot. So if you see down here, number 2 slot is empty. Number 1 slot is where the seat is anchored to. And then if you look at this side, the seat is actually anchored to number 2 position. You can't quite see because it's actually underneath there. So there are 2 levels of seat reclination can be set on Perodua MyVI cars. Then to return the seat to fully reclined position, just lift up and then push the seat back all the way to the back like this. So with this, the seat has been, both seats have been fully reclined to number 2 position, and they are more reclined towards the back. Last step is to lift up this piece and return to its original position. And then be careful not to trap those 2 seat belt anchor point underneath the seat itself. So one hand lift it up, and then the other hand just use the lever down here, take it up and anchor it down. So it's very hard to do with one hand, so anchor it, put it in this position, make sure you lift up the 2 seat belt anchor, and then make sure they appear at the top like this. Okay, similarly to that side, there is also a lifter handle. Okay, lift it up, and then bend it down this way so that these don't get trapped underneath that. And once they're in, just level it out. Okay, so that's the seat return to original position. Okay, now the rear seat belt is just simple. Take it out, pull down this one, and then anchor to the anchor point, and then you get a 3-point seat belt for the rear passenger. Both side passenger have regular seat belt. Then when you stow it away, just lift it up. Just make sure this one is up there, and this belt is actually slot in between here. Now for the middle passenger, the belt is a little bit different. Alright, I've come into the car. This is where the middle seat passenger belt, passenger belt is. So just release this from the hook down there, and then as you pull down, you have 2 buckle. There is this one, the silver one, and the black color buckle. The black color buckle goes into this anchor point, so you just have to slot it in here like this. Okay, once it clicks, it holds in position. Then this is the silver buckle. Lower it down, and then look for the anchor point that says center. So this is the one that says center. Then push it in this way. Once you have done that, you have a 3-point seat belt. Point number 1, point number 2, and then point number 3. Okay, to release, just push the button in on the center, and then hold it up. Then to release this one, to release this black buckle, notice that there is an opening down here. So all you have to do is just slot this into that. Put it down, and then slot this into the opening. Push it in. When you push it in, this one gets released. After that, slot this one in here, and then anchor this one back up there. Okay, so anchor this one back up there, just very easy. Just make sure this way, and then you just anchor in. Okay, you might want to do it from the back of the car. It's also possible. Okay, if you want to do it from the back of the car, it's even much easier. Just have to align the buckle with the opening and the pin. So just make sure it pins in this way, and then that's it. The seat belt has been stowed away from the view, and then it has been stowed away so that it does not obstruct the driver view of the rear itself. Alright, this is the back of the car. We reach the tail of the car. So to open the tailgate, make sure the door has been unlocked, and then put your hand underneath the Perodua badge and pull the lever upwards. So the lever is actually in here, this lever. So pull it upwards to unlock. Then once you have unlocked, this is the boot itself. The parcel shelf. The parcel shelf can be lifted up this way for easy loading of items. The parcel shelf can be removed, so you have to just release the parcel shelf from this loop this side, and also on that side. So once you have removed, then parcel shelf can be taken off the car itself. So all Perodua MyVI come with a boot tray like this. So lift up the boot tray. This is your what they call the papan of the boot itself. So the papan is here. So there's supposed to be a spare tire down here. I think Gold Car must have removed the spare tire from the car. And also there's a jack, and then there is a hazard signage box given to the car itself. Okay, I think the tool bag is also has been removed by Gold Car, so spare tire is supposed to be there. But the spare tire is actually a weight saver spare tire. So that spare tire can only be used to replace the rear tires itself. If the front tire gets involved, then you need to take off the rear tire, put into the front, and then take the spare tire, put into the back. So that's the rules that we see from I've seen from the user manual of this car itself. Oh yes, after that, because there's no strap, so if you need to drive off, just make sure the parcel shelf has been returned to its original position. And in the boot itself, there is a slot down here where on my car itself, I slot in the user manual and the torchlight into there. So there's a small pocket down there itself. Alright, lastly, before we go off, there is a, what they call it, there are two T10 bulbs located here, one over here and one over here. So they are actually for license plate lamp. So license plate lamp I equipped with two T10 bulbs. Okay, so to close the boot, just lower and make sure the tailgate is securely locked in position itself. Alright, I've reached the dark spot where we can look at the meter illumination control. So press the lever until you reach the part where the meter illumination control is. Press and hold down the lever, and then the meter actually cycles between minimum brightness and maximum brightness. Alright, now if you turn off the head beam, okay, head beam turned off already, then the meter actually does not light up. Turn on the position lamp, the meter lights up. Okay, this being the only variant or the only model of Perodua MyVI where if you turn off the head beam, the meter does not light up, and the meter will only light up when you turn on the position lamp and the head beam. So this being the only variant of Perodua MyVI that actually has this feature. Okay, following from that, if you look at the door now has a the button, what they call it, the power window button for the driver lights up with the A. And then if you look at the player itself, that's how the player lights up. And then this is the center console, lights up in the dark. Okay, even with the meter illumination at its minimum, the brightness of the other lights remain unchanged. This Perodua MyVI comes with an option to configure how the horn and the turn signal behave during locking and unlocking of the vehicle. From the factory itself, when you unlock the car, the turn signal blinks and also the horn activates. Alright, so to change the setting, you need to enter the car and use the key with the ignition. Alright, so insert, remove. To disable only the horn, press lock, unlock, lock, unlock. And then after that, put in the key, turn to on. When you do that, you will keep an eye on the turn signal. The turn signal blink only one time. So let's go out and have a look at the condition right now. Alright, so to lock the car, okay, the horn has been disabled, only the turn signal lights up. Okay, unlock. Alright, so this is disable only the horn. To disable both the horn and the turn signal, insert the key, remove, insert, remove, press lock, unlock, lock, 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 unlock. Okay, insert the key, turn to on, and then turn back. And this time, when you do that, the turn signal blink 3 times during the configuration. So now if you see, if you lock the car, the horn doesn't work, the turn signal also not lighting. Alright, so that's how you have disabled both the horn and the turn signal when you lock and unlock the car. To return to factory setting, push in, remove, push in, remove, press lock, unlock, lock, lock, unlock. And then this time if you notice that the hazard light blink 2 times. Now you have a look at the car. If you lock, the horn continue to sound, and then you unlock, the horn continue to sound, and the turn signal also lights up.